Dream state crossovers. Have you ever woken from a dream and for a few fleeting seconds wondered if you just left the real world behind? The streets you walked, the voices you heard, the impossible places you visited. It all felt solid, tangible, as if you'd been awake in another version of existence. We call them dreams. We label them illusions, tricks of a sleeping brain, fragments of memory stirred by chaos. But what if they're more than that? What if dreams are not distortions of reality, but migrations across it? Each night we descend into unknown realms, built on architectures that defy physics, populated by people we've never met, yet somehow recognize. And even when the laws of our waking world crumble, when gravity folds, when time slips, when we breathe underwater or speak without sound, it still feels real. And maybe that's because it is. Not real in the way we define this waking life, but real in its own context, real within its own framework. A separate simulation, a parallel node in a network of layered dimensions. The idea is unnerving, but tantalizing. What if sleep isn't just a biological necessity, but a transfer protocol? What if consciousness doesn't just shut down, it travels? When your body rests, the mind unbinds. It slips through the cracks of this layer and into another, where the parameters are different, but no less consistent. You navigate cities with floating geometry. You have conversations with people who feel like family, though you've never seen their face before. You make choices. You live entire lifetimes. Then you wake up and it all dissolves, or at least it pretends to. Think about the places in dreams, the ones that make no architectural sense. Endless staircases, non-Euclidean rooms, a hallway that folds into itself, yet your mind never panics. You don't question how the world is bending because some deeper part of you knows. In this layer, those rules are normal. It's as if every night you gain access to a sandbox where the code of reality is written in a different language, not binary, not math, but intuition, emotion, symbol, energy. And then there are the people, strangers with eyes that see through you. Friends you've never met, lovers that vanish by morning. Who are they? Fragments of memory or entities in another dimension, versions of consciousness you rendezvous with across layers? Is your dream conversation a recollection or a transmission? There are stories of people dreaming about strangers, only to meet them years later. Moments of recognition with no explanation. Glances exchanged across the street that trigger an echo in your soul, as if your timelines had brushed against each other in another realm, and now you remember. Dreamtime is fluid. You can live weeks in the span of minutes, repeat days endlessly, or wake up with the sensation that a year just passed. And yet, nothing is broken. There's order in the chaos, a logic beneath the surreal. Could it be that time in dreams is uncompressed, that it flows differently in each dimension, and when we sleep we shift frequency, tuning into another stream of reality where the clock ticks to a rhythm we've forgotten? And here's the haunting part. What if you've already woken up inside a dream? What if every layer feels more real than the last because your consciousness is adapting to each framework's rules? We assume this reality is the real one because it has consistency, pain, consequence. But what if every dream feels real because it is at that level? Dreams may not be the opposite of reality. They might be nested within it, or parallel to it, or even above it. Think of it like a stack. each state of awareness a page in a cosmic book. Waking life is just one chapter. Dreams are the footnotes in a different language. And some dreams are written in ink we can only read once the lights go out. What happens when we start becoming aware inside these dreams? Lucid moments, when you realize you're not just dreaming, but present, active, in control. In those rare lucid states, we glimpse the system behind the curtain. We fly. We rebuild the architecture of the world with thought alone. We break free of physics. And when that happens, it's as if a higher layer of reality opens up, just long enough for us to remember what we are, something unbound. And when you wake, you can almost feel the memory slipping away, not as if it's gone, but as if you were never meant to hold it here. What if dreams are not illusions, but invitations? Not byproducts of sleep, but gateways, portals to other simulations, to other lifetimes, to other versions of you. Each night you return, and each morning you forget. But maybe not forever. So the next time you awaken from a dream that haunts you, that echoes with symbols you can't explain, don't dismiss it. Consider the possibility that you didn't just dream. You traveled. You crossed into another instance of the simulation, another dimension, another truth. And if dreams really are doorways, the only question that remains is, which one will you walk through next?